Lawyers' action an act of incivility. Justice Gumel They should have listened to the judge to backpedal. Tonye Cole We were peaceful in protest. Brutalised NBA chairman. Attackers were political thugs. Rivers APC spokesman by Yafugborhi. Iheamnachor the ruthless beating, yesterday, of Sylvester Adaka, chairman, Nigerian Bar Association, NBA, Port Harcourt branch along with other colleagues during an appeal court session in the Rivers state capital has provoked a blame game among stakeholders. A man holds a sign as protesters assemble outside the secretariat of the Nigerian Bar Association during a protest in Abuja over the suspension of Chief Justice of Nigeria, CJN, in Abuja on January 28, 2019. Nigeria's government has denied suggestions that the suspension of the country's top judge on corruption charges was linked to next month's election. President Muhammadu Buhari replaced Chief Justice Walter Onogan on January 25, 2019, sparking claims he had breached the constitution and was trying to manipulate the judiciary. Photo AFP, Adaka and colleagues in continuation of the nationwide NBA protest over federal government's face-off with Justice Walter Onogan has invaded the appeal court to disrupt a sitting in progress when irate youths pounced on them in chaos. Justice Gumel of the appeal court said the lawyers acted in incivility as Tonye Cole, embattled Rivers All Progressives Congress, APC, flag bearer whose appeal against a high court judgment was among cases being heard at the spur of the moment, said the court disruption by the lawyers is unfortunate. Assaulted Adaka and his reactions said they were peaceful in process and don't deserve the attack meted to them. Just as spokesman to a faction of Rivers State APC, Chris Finebone labeled the attackers as thugs sponsored by a rival political party. Justice Gumel said, "You have seen people bash into our proceeding. This is incivility. We will not be intimidated. We are here to do a solemn job and we will give justice. The bar is entitled to respect the bench and the bench should carry the bar along. If the ethical behaviors handed to us by our fathers are maintained, we will make headway. It is about all the courts and administration of justice and not just the appeal court in Rivers State." Also read, Onogan, they have now changed Buhari's name to. We are not aware of the protest because they did not inform us. What stops them from doing a small notice to us on the issue? Tonye Cole said, "I was there and I think it is very unfortunate to see the kind of disruption." The judge started off by saying he would just record the matter and adjourn everything till another day, but let them just records the process. That was an honorable thing to do and I think they should have allowed that to happen. The judge essentially said the lawyers were ministers of justice and that they should not desecrate the court as the temple. Adaka, the Port Harcourt NBA boss who was left with a swollen, bloodied face, said, "I peacefully addressed the justices of the Court of Appeal and appealed to them to rise so we can continue our peaceful boycott of court. I also appealed to the lawyers in the court to leave the court premises. While we were there in court, a couple of thugs in the court premises attacked the lawyers there. The thugs zeroed in on me and a couple of lawyers. If not for the intervention of my colleagues around, I don't know what would have happened." The court was sitting and continued sitting even after the attack on us, and we felt that in an atmosphere that was charged like that, the court should have at least reason to allow tempers cool. Chris Finebone, publicity secretary of the Egufe flag faction of Rivers APC, accused two lawyers of leading the thugs to assault innocent witnesses in the appeal court of Justice Ali Gumel in Port Harcourt today, at the behest of a rival political party. He said, "We know that the main purpose of the assault was to cause an indefinite postponement of the hearing of APC matters by the appeal court with a view to scuttling APC presence on Iheamnachor ballot for the forthcoming elections."